We remember the names of the people who changed the way we live. Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, even Elon Musk. The visionaries, the inventors, the icons. But there's a man who's quietly saved millions of people, and yet most people have never even heard his name. No headlines, no fortune, no legacy carved into a skyline, just one invention that became a silent guardian in nearly every car on Earth. And the most unbelievable part? He gave it away. For free. No patent wars, no billion-dollar empire. Just one decision. To save lives. In the 1950s, cars were getting faster, but safety? Not so much. No airbags, no crumple zones, just steel, glass, and momentum. And when things went wrong, which they did, they went really wrong. You basically climbed into a shiny metal coffin and hoped for the best. See, at the time, seatbelts existed. Well, kind of. They were like a broken old chair. Uncomfortable, unreliable, and mostly ignored. Some drivers even went so far to cut them out because apparently looking cool was more important than staying alive. So what changed? Well, a Swedish aerospace engineer walked into a car company. And no, this isn't the start of a joke. What he brought with him would quietly change the world. His name was Nils Bohlin. To understand the kind of man who would one day save millions, we have to start at the beginning, in a quiet corner of northern Sweden. Nils was born in 1920 in Härnösand, a small coastal town nestled along the icy edge of the Gulf of Bothnia. Nicknamed the Venice of the North, it was peaceful, slow-moving, a town of libraries and seminaries, not science and innovation. But in that quiet town, curiosity took root. He studied mechanical engineering at Härnösands Läroverk, a local institution known for its rigor, not reputation. It's the kind of place where discipline was the point, not flash. Fast forward to 1939, he graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. And just 3 years after that, he entered the world of aviation, joining aircraft manufacturer Saab. There, he worked on one of the most dangerous problems in modern flight: ejection seats. A design flaw didn't mean a bad review. It meant someone died. Bohlin was quite literally engineering survival under pressure. A skill set forged in the sky, but destined for the road. And in 1958, Volvo came calling. They weren't looking for flash. They were looking for someone who understood what it meant to build something that saved lives. And Nils was that guy. And he thought, what if we borrowed from the skies to protect the people on the ground? Nils came up with something elegant. A seatbelt with 3 points. One strap across the chest, one across the lap, both anchored low at the hip. One hand, one motion, one click. That was it. But what it did was everything. Crash forces weren't hitting a single spot anymore. They were spread across the strongest parts of the body. Simple, safe, and brilliant. It wasn't just effective. It was elegantly simple. So simple that it had looked like it had always been there. Which is probably why people actually used it. In 1959, Volvo began installing Bohlin's belt in its vehicles, and immediately the data started coming in. He conducted a study of 28,000 real-world accidents, and the result? If the passenger cabin stayed intact and you were wearing a 3-point belt, you didn't die. Not even at 60 miles an hour. Sounds pretty good. Since then, seatbelts have reduced the risk of fatal injury by 45% in cars, and up to 60% in SUVs and trucks. Moderate to severe injuries, cut in half. According to the World Health Organization, seatbelts save over 1 million lives every year. Bohlin's design became the global standard, installed in over 100 countries. It's in your car, it's in your parents' car. Even every little crash test dummy you've ever seen owes that little click to Nils. And here's the twist. Volvo had the patent. They could have made billions. Locked the design up and charged licensing fees to every auto manufacturer that wanted to use it. But they didn't. Instead, Volvo made the design free to use, no catch, no royalties, because they believed it was too important to keep to themselves. Imagine that happening today. $1 billion idea given away for free. I'll wait. Since 1959, this one invention has saved millions of lives. Not prevented fender benders, but saved lives. Parents, kids, entire families. People who walked away from something they never should have. All because one man took a design he could have profited from and handed it to the world instead. Nils Bohlin never got rich. He didn't go on talk shows, he didn't build a personal brand, he wasn't after glory. He just wanted people to survive. And somehow, we forgot him. Today, we celebrate the loudest voices, the billionaires, the showmen, the disruptors. But the ones who made our lives safer, quieter, and better, without asking for anything, they disappear, unless we choose to remember them. So the next time you buckle up, that click, that's Nils, the man who gave away $1 billion invention to save your life. Thanks for watching. I'm Evan Wade, and if you're interested in watching more videos like this, click the subscribe button below.